Kana Hamnapi relatives, Membiwa Tehishka Opemiha. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing well. Name of the channel again is Opemiha Sioux Nation, and I'm your host Opemiha. And I got my brother back in here with me, my co-host Love Legacy. You want to say what's up to the peeps?
Hey, peace, 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 man. Hope y'all hanging in there. Know it's been a little rough, a little stressful. All right, but I have to put the drugs down and pick the bowls up.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, hope everyone is doing well. Everyone's staying healthy and safe and all that other good stuff. Um, Today, didn't get to go live yesterday. I'm in a transition of moving. So y'all know how that is, packing up stuff and, you know, takes a lot of time. But figured we go live today, get into some genealogy and a few different other topics. Um, so last time when we were here, we were going over the Carter G. Woodson book, The Free Negro Heads of Family. Um, let me get that on the screen real quick, so that way you guys can see what we are talking about. Screen share up. Legacy, did you have anything you wanted to briefly go over?
Um, well, I was gonna say, people that need genealogy or already have me doing genealogy. If you're here and you want to message me or anything, I'm gonna use a new email. It's similar. It's pretty much the same. Instead of Love Legacy 400, I'm gonna use 500 because prior to me starting a genealogy, I was using that email for other things. So now
Mm,
what happens is when people message me, now that it's becoming overwhelming the amount of people in and out and stuff like that, I kind of get lost in the emails.
okay,
So I switched it over. So to be Love Legacy 500, just like my channel. And I'm gonna do a video on my channel too, but I just wanted to put that out there while it was on my mind.
appreciate that, brother. So yeah, so anybody that has been doing genealogy with Legacy, again, his new email that he's going to be using is lovelegacy500 at gmail.com. And Love Legacy 500 is also the name of his YouTube channel. So if you haven't had a chance to get over there to subscribe to him, definitely do so. Um,
Also, my Instagram is Love Legacy 500 too.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, you guys definitely, if you're on Instagram, get over to Legacy's Instagram. He's got some great images and different things that he puts up. Um, Also, too, if you want to subscribe to my Instagram, I'm over there at Opemiha Sioux Nation. All right. And let's go ahead and say what's up to the people in the chat. Let me do that real quick. Um, so David Corey, peace, brother. Appreciate you being here as always. Dropping that knowledge in the chat. Definitely needed. Cherokee Tulu, peace, sis. Appreciate you being here as well. Miss Liz Robinson, peace and honor, sis. Good to see you here. Let's see who else we got. We got Pamela, eyes white and clear. Peace, sis, as always. Appreciate you being here as well. Um, Much appreciation to New York Beef for donating. I appreciate you. Thank you. Let's see who else we got in here. Chickahominy Roots, as always. Wangapo family. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. Let's see who else. God of Green, greetings. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. Wayne Mitchell, good morning. Peace to you. Let's see who else we got in here. I got my brother Kiowa in the building. Peace, brother. Appreciate you being here.
I'm
Kind of
not
hot.
happy. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Real quick, anybody, if everybody's hearing us clear, could you please put one into the chat? I see somebody
Yes.
said a problem with sound. I just want to make sure.
Okay. Yeah, throw one in the chat if you can hear us. All right, I see once. Okay, cool. Michael Brown Harris Cheek, peace, brother. Appreciate you being here. And let's see, Luscious Gainus, Grand Rising, appreciate you. Or Lucius, sorry. All right, y'all. So let's kind of get into what we're gonna get into. So I wanted to go back to the Free Negro Heads of Household book real quick. Someone asked me about a county. Um, so this is Onslow County, North Carolina. I just wanted to hit this real quick because it's not very big. So the people in this 1830 census for Onslow County, North Carolina, first person we got is Nancy Johnston. We have a Stephen Johnston. We have a Mary Ann Bess, Bess, Carolyn Jones, Catherine Spellman, Caesar Loomis, um, Alfred Boone, and I think we're going to hit the Boone family history today as well, just to let everybody know. We got David Jarman, Ezekiel Chance, Hester Whitehurst, Nancy Dove, Betsy Whitehurst, and Benjamin Jarman. All right, so that's Onslow County 1830 census for North Carolina.
Hey,
Yes,
do you
sir.
know anything about this Jarman name? Because I actually have that in the well, now I'm gonna check out this Onslow County when I look because I had somebody that was a Jarman that I'm doing genealogy for.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Have you seen that name before?
I have not, sir. That's my first time.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, so that's my first time seeing that name. But yeah, that's the Onslow County, North Carolina. So that's again 1830 census. So I just wanted to put that out there. So next, let's go ahead and hit up this Boone County, or this Boone family. My bad. Uh, Family history. So let's do that real quick and get that out the way. The Boone family. So we're going to be covering members of the Boone family in North Carolina and Virginia. So let's get into it. First person is going to be Pat, born say 1742, and it looks like we got a James, born say 1745. Okay, so it says Willis, born about 1750, enlisted in Williams' company of the 5th North Carolina Regiment for 2.5 years in 1777 and was omitted in February 1778. And then here in parentheses, if everyone can see this, it says the Clark State Records of North Carolina is where you can find this information about Willis Boone. It says he was about 70 when he appeared in Chowan County Court on October 11th, 1820, to apply for a pension for his services in the Revolution. So I'm going to go over this a little bit today about our people that fought in the Revolution, because I want to talk about that for a little bit. It says, stating that he enlisted for 2.5 years in Captain John P. Williams' company and served until the Battle of Germantown, when he was transferred to Polk's regiment and served until the end of the war. He had no one in his family but his elderly wife. His application included a certificate from Colonel Nicholas Long. And then again, it shows where you can find on the National Archives his muster roll records. It says he was head of a Chowan County household of 2 free colored in 1820, a man and a woman over 45. All right.
Okay, hey, real quick,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
that Pat Boone, that's one of my grandmas.
Okay, nice.
Way at the top, yeah,
Yep.
1742.
Awesome.
Mhm.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's what we're saying. Showing and improving. That's how you do it. Next, we got Jacob, born about 1754. a yellow complexion soldier, 5'5" high, a farmer born in Isle of Wight and living in Nansemond County when he enlisted in the Revolution for 1.5 years on September 28th, 1780. And then again, if you go to this link that's on this page here, you can actually see the military records. Okay, for Jacob. All right, next we got Alicia, born about or Elisha, sorry, born about 1757, enlisted in Baker's Company in the 10th North Carolina Regiment for 9 months on July 20th, 1778. Again, in parentheses, you can see where you can see the state record for this person's military record. It says he was head of a Northampton County household of 4 free colored in 1820. He was about 61 when he appeared in Wake County Court on June 13th, 1818, to apply for a pension for his service in the Revolution, stating that he enlisted early in the war as a volunteer in Nash County under the command of Captain Isaac Horn, who marched his company to Halifax, where he was put under the command of Captain John Baker of the 10th Regiment for 9 months. Then it says about July 1778. He had a family living near Raleigh. His wife, Elsie, about 20 years old, son Anderson, about 7, son Josiah, about 4, and daughter Eliza, about 2. Hey, Legacy, have you noticed this Eliza name comes up a lot with our ancestors?
The yeah, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Okay, that's what that's
Hmm.
short for. Gotcha.
Yes, it's short for Elizabeth.
Gotcha. It says he testified for the Orange County pension application of Frederick Reed, that he served with him and left him at the hospital in Philadelphia in April 1779. He moved to Lexington, Kentucky by June 7th, 1824. Again, in parentheses, you can see the National Archives record of his military service. All right. And what's nice about this is a lot of the boons here that we're reading so far were in a revolution. And more than likely, we're given bounty land, which we're going to go over as well. Next, we got David, born, say, 1760, enlisted in Ballard's Company of the 10th North Carolina Regiment for 9 months on July 20th, 1778. Again, in parentheses, you can see where you can find his military records. It says H. Murphy received his final pay, and it says he was head of a Northampton County household of 1 other free in 1810 and 10 free colored in Hertford County in 1820. And let me go back to the chat real quick just to see what everyone's talking
Hey,
about.
they just asked for your Cash App link.
Okay. It's the $ Opemiha, but I'll put it in there again. Give me just a second. There we go. All right, we got Kuda Mayo in the building. Peace, brother.
Hey, peace.
Peace,
All
peace,
right.
bro.
All right, so let me get back to where we was at. Next, we got Daniel Boone. Okay, he was born in 1760. Then it says Millie, free Negro, head of a Fairfax County household of 7 other free in 1810. Then we got John, head of a Hyde County, North Carolina household of 1 other free in 1810, probably related to Hannah Boone, born 1776, 1794, head of a Craven County household of 4 free colored in 1820. All right. Now we're going to go over Pat Boone, legacy. I believe you said this is one of your grandmothers.
Yeah, she was Tuscarora, so her descendants would be Saponi.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome, bro. All right. So Pat Boone, born say 1742, was living in Bertie County in August 1774 when the court ordered her bastard mulatto children, Louis, Katie, Judah, and Arthur, bound apprentice to James Brown. Then it says her children were. We got Rachel, born say 1760. We got Louis, born about 1763, bastard mulatto of Pat Boone, bound apprentice in 1774. He enlisted in the Revolution for 9 months in Baker's Company on July 20th, 1778. He was head of a Northampton County, North Carolina household of 9 other free in 1800, 5 in Halifax County in 1810, and 5 free colored in Halifax in 1820. He purchased 80 acres in Halifax County on Rocky Creek, adjoining Benjamin James, from Isham Davis on March 2nd, 1805, for $150. Did you have something you wanted to add, Legacy, on that? You want me to
Man, I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna say Arthur. Arthur is my fifth great grandfather, and I believe I could be wrong, but I believe Pat Boone was married to a Colonel Brown,
Okay.
which of course was a white man, right? And she was married to him, and I believe they died at sea. I believe.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was a big hurricane,
Yeah.
and they died at sea.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
wild.
a little rough. Yeah, so when they say, "Oh, mulatto bastard child" and all of that, that just wasn't. I mean, I guess that's
Yeah,
what
I
they
know,
told him
man.
anyway,
I
but
know.
that definitely wasn't the case.
Right, right. So, as always, we got to dodge the hijacks, understand, overstand, eat the meat, spit out the bones, all that. My bad. Did somebody was had something they was gonna say?
I'm wondering if Brown, meaning that he was an indentured servant, or was he really surnamed Brown? You said he was white.
Yeah, Colonel Brown.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I actually have something here. One second.
Okay.
It says
Weren't surnames descriptive of something the person was at some point?
I see what you're saying.
what do you
Like,
mean?
was it like a description of like what they look like or a job they did or?
Yeah, yeah, kind of.
Oh, yeah, I don't, yeah. I mean, sometimes it's like that, and sometimes even you have a lot of our people that have the name Colonel and stuff like, and that's really their names, but not in this case, you know. And then depending on what you do too, you have a name like Cooper, that would be somebody that works with wood,
Mm-hmm.
stuff
Yeah.
like that. So, but Boone really is Brown. So I guess, you know, once they spelled it a certain way and they just left it like that for
Oh, okay.
whatever reason. And then who knows what the language who knows what the language barrier was then too. So
Right.
I'm not sure about the Tuscarora language and how that might have something to do with how they pronounced it or something. But yeah, I'm looking right now. It says James Brown um said was a noted Indian fighter and was commended for bravery at Guilford Courthouse when immigrating to Tennessee to locate military lands. He and two sons were killed in it by the Indians near Nashville.
Mm.
This is James Brown. That's that. Well, at least that's what I have here. Somebody put here, so I'm not sure how right that is.
Mm.
But you know how people put like notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
put notes there. One thing I can say with people doing genealogy, man, forget what your cousins say online. You're gonna meet people and they're gonna put all kind of stuff up there.
Yeah.
You gotta
I
really
agree.
dig and make sure that the information is correct. You have to make sure the information is correct. So yeah, it's just it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but yeah, don't go by what you read all the time because things will be different, and you know, you just got to make sure.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. So let's see. So we were. Here, I'll start here. Isham Davis on March 2nd, 1805, for $150, and he sold 30 acres on Rocky Swamp in Halifax County for $60 to Henry Hawkins Jr. And then it says on March 27th, 1805, he purchased 35 acres adjoining Jesse Richardson on Falling Creek in Halifax County from Hardy Richardson on March 1st, 1822. He was about 86 years old on August 16th, 1843, when he appeared in Halifax County Court to apply for a pension for his service in the Revolution. He stated that he enlisted in Bertie County for 9 months in July 1778 in Captain Blunt's company. He was born in 1757 in Bertie County, moved to Northampton County, and had been living in Halifax County for the last 40 years. All right, again, here's a link to Fold 3 where you can see his military record. Next, we got Katie, born about 1765, the 9-year-old bastard mulatto of Pat, ordered bound to James Brown. So here, this is who you were talking about, right? Legacy.
Let me see. Go back up.
Can you
Oh,
see
it says
that?
Katie. Katie born. Yeah.
James Brown
Yeah.
said that she was bound to him.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Okay.
Pat ordered bound to James Brown by. Yeah. So I'm not sure about that off top,
Okay.
but I believe Rebecca is. See, the problem is I can't when I if I go off the app, if I go off of live and go to the ancestry, if I stay there too long, I'll get cut off from here.
Oh, okay. I got you.
But
I
yeah,
got
but
you.
all of the yeah, all of this my family right here.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Yeah, now I'm not sure if that James Brown is the same James. It could be the same James Brown.
Okay. Yeah,
So
because it looks like a lot of the kids were bound out to this James Brown, as
yeah,
you know, as we're reading.
Katie was born 1765,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think you got Rebecca there
Yep.
1767,
Mm-hmm.
and Judah
Or Judith.
1768.
Yep. Yep.
1768, yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, and then also let me see. Patty also had a son named James. So it seems like
Oh,
that's just
gotcha.
politics.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know that, man. All right.
Arthur,
So,
Arthur right there. My
yeah,
cousin.
there's Arthur. Okay. So it says Judah or Judith, born about 1768, 6-year-old bastard mulatto of Pat, bound to James Brown by the August 1774 Bertie County Court, head of a Hertford County household of 4 other free in 1810. All right, so now we're going to move on to Arthur. Born about 1773, 1-year-old bastard mulatto of Pat, bound by the Bertie County Court to James Brown in August 1774, head of a Hertford County household of 6 other free in 1790. And then it says on December 1st, 1800, he complained to the Northampton County Court that his children Shadrach, Noah, and Polly had been bound out by the court for 4 years previous as apprentices without his consent. So this is interesting, what I just read. Um, so so this is my issue. So the thing with slavery, we've kind of in my mind kind of dispelled it a little bit because we're seeing people who are being bound out, but it's not by force. If you guys understand what I'm trying to say, does that make sense? Legacy and Kudameo?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, whatever time they were living in, I mean, that's just how they did things.
Right,
You go and do apprenticeship or whatever. It doesn't necessarily mean that they weren't paid.
right,
They
exactly.
probably weren't paid as much as someone who wasn't an apprentice.
Right.
But
So
you
if
know
you were
how
like a
apprentice.
master, yeah,
Yeah, because it's just like right now, if I want to be an electrician, I have to
exactly.
go under someone as an understudy.
Yep.
And in the beginning, I might not get paid at all. And then
Mm-hmm.
after a certain amount of time, then I start getting paid, but I still don't get paid as much as other people. And then eventually, I get more money. So I think it's the same thing like that, kind of. And
Yeah.
you learning the skills,
Yep.
and then you getting paid whatever pennies or whatever like that. So
Yep.
it's just probably from me what I'm seeing right here with this.
Mm-hmm.
They were just bound to their father.
Yeah.
but who knows why they couldn't say certain things, why they couldn't do certain things a certain way.
Hmm.
He probably had to do all of that stuff just to protect the situation.
Right.
But he was I know this probably doesn't matter, but he was a Scotsman. Yeah, and they actually
Okay.
come from the Fleming clan. I actually traced that all the way back to like early 1300s.
Oh wow. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. So next we got Cater, born before 1776, head of a Bertie County household of one other free in 1810 and 16 free colored in 1820. All right. Next we got James, born say 1780, married Jency Tan, June 5th, 1826, and we went over this tan thing, so I hope everybody remembers
Hmm.
that. Northampton County bond. Then it says on August 18th, 1835, Mima Boone petitioned the Halifax County Court to bind her children Lewis and Lamb Boone to their uncle James because the children's father was insane. It says he
See? See what I'm saying? It's crazy. You don't know what was
yeah,
going on back then, yo.
exactly. You're right. It says let me see here. He may have been James W. Boone, male mulatto, who was 80 years old in 1860 in Halifax County, household number 1513. He owned $652 real estate and was living with Caroline, who was 49 years old.
Mm.
Did you want to add something in that?
Um, Only thing is that I know Cater was listed as colored in like 1840.
Mm-hmm.
I can go and look at an earlier one, and it says all number of all other free persons. So in 1810 he was listed as all other free persons,
Gotcha.
right? And
Yeah.
then 1820, let's look at that real quick. Free colored. The reason why I brought that up is because at certain times they were labeling us as different things. So we had some labeled at white at some time, and that kind
Mm-hmm.
of gets hard to kind of figure out who's white and who's not.
Right.
But some were listed as free colors, and then some were listed as all others, which they were just Indians, and they was known as Indians. Because I even had a piece of paper I have somewhere with Lewis Boone, and on the paper it said that he filled out the application for the Dawes Commission, saying that he was a Cherokee and that he was known as a Cherokee, but he was not a Cherokee.
Right. And yeah, David Corey, I agree. So
Can you hear me?
no, yeah. Hello.
Sorry, I had disconnected. When you asked me, actually wanted to comment on what you said earlier.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh, you're absolutely right, regarding slavery. So basically, on my next video, hopefully come out today or tomorrow, but uh, trying to break down, how slavery really try to get people to get on that perspective, because it's not just that they were just going through apprenticeship and all that. I mean, the way we think of slavery is totally different from how it really happened.
Yep.
I'm finding out that a lot of these so-called, uh, white people, actually, most of them, they all came in as indentured servants. A lot of them were convicts. A lot of them were kidnapped, undesirables, felons. People didn't want over there. They were dumping them over here. So yeah, slavery is not like how they told us, roots, Africans being brought over here in chains and stuff. And a lot of the time it was voluntarily, like you're saying. A lot of the Europeans volunteered to be indentured servants, and come over here. Sometimes some of these people, got their freedom. They married people who were indentured servants, and because the mother is an indentured servant, the kids would fall under that. And even though the dad's free, he has to bound them, because
Right.
they didn't fix the legal stuff. A lot of people just didn't go and fix all the legal stuff, and they would just leave it like that. Or certain laws couldn't be changed, so they had to just be the one to bound their kids.
Makes
So
sense.
I was interested to know that he's saying about the Scotch. He said, "Dude is from Scotland."
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, what I'm digging on now, and I want everybody to dig on, is to see if they were indentured servants, because we
Okay.
we think, we think that everybody's coming over here. Oh, they had sponsors from the colonists and all this stuff, and they had their own money to come. Now they came here as poor people. A lot of them got kidnapped and forced over here. So there's a whole history to look at in that part of it.
Awesome. Awesome. Good info. Um, I want to go back to the chat real quick for a second to say what's up to a few people I missed. Sean Peter Aborigine, peace, brother. Thank you for being here. Um, let me see who else I missed. Miss Gretchen Helm, peace and honor. Thank you for being here as well. G Major, peace, brother. Thank you for being here. It's an honor. Miss Crystal, peace. R.L. Smith, peace, brother. Thank you for being here. And Nighthawk, much honor, warrior. Appreciate you being here as well. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and keep it rolling. Let's see. So next we're going to hit Patsy, head of a Hertford County household of 2 other free in 1810 and 2 free colored in 1820. Next we have Ruth, born before 1776, head of a Northampton County household of 7 free colored females in 1820. All right, so next we are going to talk about James Boone, born say 1745, was a mixed blood, taxable in Hertford County in 1770. So I'm not sure what they mean by mixed blood, but they may or may not get into it on this. And head of a Gates County household of 1 other free in 1790. He may have been James Boone, who enlisted for 9 months in Bradley's 10th North Carolina Regiment on July 20th, 1778. John Shepard received his final pay of 23 pounds in Halifax. And it says he may have been the James Boone whose heirs received warrant number 1493 of 640 acres for service in the Revolution. So, legacy for you as well, sir. If these are your relatives and they've been fighting in the Revolution, because it looks like there's quite a few in the Boone side, have you looked into this land out of
No,
curiosity?
no, I haven't.
I
I
think you
haven't looked
should.
at it. Yeah. No, I have to get around to it, man. I just been
I know you've
to
been
be
busy.
honest, I've been helping everybody else, man. I'm like, but at the same time, it is what it is. That's how I eat, so I just have to like put it on the back burner right now.
Yeah, I
But
know.
I am gonna find a way to get to it, and then get with someone that can assist me.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I tell anybody, man, out there, well, whatever you're trying to do, if you need help, reach out and get help. I'm not saying all help is good, but reach out and get help. It's all right not to know something and stuff like that. Sometimes people reach out to me and they know it all, and I'm like, he came for my help. You know what I mean? So
Right.
we just got to realize when we need help and accept it because I don't know everything. The more I do genealogy, the more I learn. I'm learning through helping people. So eventually
Absolutely.
I'll learn how to deal with these court records and stuff like that. But in most cases, man, you probably have to go to the archives
Oh,
or whatever
absolutely.
because a lot of this stuff is not online.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, again, we're gonna get into this a little bit here, here later on. It says, in February 1790, Gates County Court ordered his 12-year-old orphan son, Thomas Boone, bound an apprentice shoemaker to Thomas Marshall. The inventory of his estate was recorded in Gates County Court on February 20th, 1794. And then it goes on to say he was the father of. So first we got Elias, born before 1776, head of a Halifax County household of 6 free colored in 1820. Next we got James, born before 1776, head of a Halifax County household of 8 free colored in 1820. Next we got Moses, born before 1776, head of a Gates County household of 8 free colored in 1820. Next is William, head of a Halifax County household of 6 free colored in 1820. Next, we got Thomas, born about 1778, a 12-year-old bound apprentice in Gates County in 1790. All right. Next, we got Daniel Boone, born say 1760, was a Negro, head of a Nansemond County household of one black person, dodged a hijack in 1783. He may have been the father of. Okay, so we got Sarah, born about 1787, registered in Petersburg on December 30th, 1808. A yellowish brown free Negro woman, 5 feet 3 inches high, 21 years old, born free in Nansemond County, P certificate of Prince George County. And then it says the registry or the register of free Negro 1794 to 1819, and she is number 439. She was head of a Petersburg household of four other free in 1810. And then we got James or Jim, born about 1792, registered in Petersburg on December 1st, 1818. A free man of color, 5 feet 6 inches high, 26 years old, dark complexion, born free in Isle of Wight County. He may have been identical to the James Boone, who was a free Negro taxable in Nansemond County in 1815. Next, we got Jesse, born about 1796. Received one of the certificates granted to free Negroes and mulattoes from October 1800 in Sussex County on February 28th, 1820. Brown complexion, 5'10", freeborn, 24 years old. All right. Legacy, did you have anything or you want me to keep it moving?
Do your thing.
Okay. All right. Next, we got Rachel Boone, born, say, 1760, was a mulatto, taxable in 1772 in James Purvis's household in the Bertie County list of Reddick, Rutland. She was head of a Bertie County household of three other free in 1800. Her children were. So first we got Sarah, born about 1776, ordered bound to Thomas Pugh Jr. by the Bertie County Court in February 1789. She was head of a Bertie County household of two other free in 1810. Next we got Rachel, born about 1779, 4 years old on May 14, 1783, when she was bound apprentice in Bertie County. No parent named. Then we got Willis, born about 1782, son of Rachel, bound an apprentice shoemaker to Richardville on May 16, 1791, head of a Chowan County household of two free colored in 1820. Next, we got Hill, born about 1783, son of Rachel, bound apprentice shoemaker to Richardville on May 16, 1791, head of a Bertie County household of 15 free colored in 1820. All right, so did you have
Hey,
something like to say?
yeah, I was gonna say, could you go over to Native American roots and put
Yes,
in
sir.
boom? Because
Yep.
they'll actually show maps explaining everything that we just talked about to
Okay.
kind of give people a visual. So Native American roots and put boom. When you scroll down, you'll see a map.
Is it NativeAmericanRoots.net?
Think so. Go down some more. Think it is. Yeah, go to it and see.
Okay.
Not sure. Um,
Nah, that's not it.
no, that's not it.
Hang on, let me pull up a Google page.
Let me see. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Let me see. Native American roots. Yes, it's through WordPress.
This one?
Let me see.
Yeah, let me click on that real quick.
It says WordPress.
There it
So,
is. Okay, got it.
yeah.
Here we go.
hmm As you go down, you'll see a map.
This one?
Yeah, right there. That says Pug and stuff like that right there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, they're actually showing you where the reservation area was at, I believe, and it shows where the people that they were bound out to in the same area. all in the same little area.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. So let me I'm gonna throw this in the chat
And the
for
same
people
thing,
to see.
the same information that you read in there on the
Mhm.
other one is right there too.
It's in this as well. Okay.
Yeah, but you know, might see some pictures or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's that Native American roots. That's Virginia, North Carolina area
Okay.
mostly. You know, you may
So
have some
again,
Texas up in there.
anyone that hasn't been to that site, the link is in the chat for you guys to go in there and check that out. You might find some of your fans. I'm pretty sure you will find some of your people there if they were in
Mhm.
Carolinas, Virginias, South
Yeah,
Carolina.
if they were in that area, what you do just put Native American roots and then put their last name and then see what comes up.
Okay. Nice. All right. So let's see where we left off at. Okay, I think we were right here with Rebecca Boone. Rebecca Boone, born say 1768, was living in Bertie County on May 7th, 1792, when her 7-year-old son, Carrie, was bound to Richardville to be a shoemaker. She was head of a Northampton County household of 8 free colored in 1820. Her children were Carrie, born about 1784. We got Benjamin, head of a Bertie County household of 3 other free in 1810. We got Robert, born about 1795, bound an apprentice cartwheel maker to William Sowell in Bertie County on May 13th, 1799. No parent identified. Then it says another member of the Boone family was, we got Isaac, born about 1775, registered in Southampton County on August 26, 1816, age 41, mulatto, 5 feet, 5 1/4 inches high, freeborn. All right. So relatives, anybody that had the Boone family in their genealogy, this is the family history on it. And legacy, did you have some stuff you wanted to go over real quick about this
Um,
or anything else?
no, that's about it. But if you're born, once you want, if you do come into an issue, it'll probably be later on. You know, what I'm saying mid 1800s. If you get stuck there, you know, just try to dig past that. But also if you're a boon, I mean, reach out to me. Maybe I could help you out. You know, if I
Yes,
look at it, it's cool. Huh?
I know. You know who Mike Easton is? Have you seen him
Mm,
before?
not sure.
Okay,
But you said Easton.
Easton, Easton.
Hold on. Yeah, you
He's
might.
he's in the chat and he has asked me about the Boone surname. So um,
Okay.
if you
Yeah.
come across him, he probably needs some help with that for sure.
Yeah, yeah, and I see some Eastons that I'm related to also.
Mm,
Yeah,
okay,
and that's off of one of the lines too, I
gotcha.
believe. But so hopefully he hears this and reach out to me. Love Legacy 500 at gmail.com. Yeah, reach out to me. Yeah, because if I see one thing about me is if I see something that looks like, from the beginning, it looks like, I could just help you real quick. It's no problem. But anybody to hit me up, even if you need help, just keep it simple, 1 or 2 sentences.
Mm.
Um, because I just can't do all that reading, and no amount of reading, you could put 4 pages of information on your family up there, and I'm just gonna be totally lost. I have to look at a tree and be able to see what's going on, get a real visual.
Hey, Legacy, let me ask you too. There's I know I've seen. Have you spoken or know G Major?
You said G major.
Yeah. So his surname is, I believe it's Major. And have you
Mhm.
come across that one?
The major name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're among the Tensor.
Okay.
But what's the name? Red Clay would know more about that. So if the person get in touch with me, then I could get in touch with Red Clay, and maybe like that helped them out. But yeah, I believe that's Tensaw. I'm not saying that just that name is among them, but I
Hmm.
mean, what I'm saying is that name is not only for that tribe, I'm sure,
Right,
but
right,
as far as I know, that's what it is. I have it written down somewhere. I'm actually flicking through the pages right now. Let's see, double check it, make
yeah.
sure.
While
'Cause
you're looking through that, I want to
mhm.
look at somewhere else too. I want to see if it's in this because I've seen that name quite a bit, and yeah, there it is, Major. And I was just curious about it.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, so Major Tensor or Natchez. You heard me?
Yeah, they're
Yeah, so
also Mattaponi.
oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, you'll see that surname with the Mattaponis as well. So
Oh,
I'm sure it's
cool.
in some other tribes, like you
Let
were
me
just saying.
let me go ahead and put that on this paper. Wow, you just said that too. I'm gonna go ahead
Yeah.
and write that down. Yeah, yeah, that's a problem, especially with Virginia, North Carolina, and really just
Yeah.
basically that whole eastern, yeah, that whole eastern shore, whatever. I mean, it's crazy because you'll see the same names all over, man. It's
I
just
know.
finding out where they originated from.
Right.
That's the thing. It's not all about names. You got to
Yep.
look at the location because anybody could have a name. Anybody could change their name. I
Hmm.
got somebody tree I'm doing now, and the person changed their name from Richardson to Johnson. Why? I don't know, but that's what they did. Because I'm looking, I'm like, this is the same person.
Oh yeah.
How your
Hey,
parents
Rod.
gonna be Richardsons and your name Johnson?
Right.
Crazy.
Radames friends, I'm gonna put this link in the chat for you. Give me just a second here for them
Bunch.
surnames because I've seen them. Bunch,
Yeah,
Webb.
yeah. Oh man, see, I'm gonna take time while you doing whatever, and I'm gonna look for them because I saw them also.
Okay.
So while you do whatever you're doing, I'm gonna go ahead and search through these
And search
papers.
that. Okay.
Yeah, and see if I can find a name real quick.
Okay.
Bunch.
Just stop me whenever you need to jump in.
I see Bunch right here. Okay, it says common mixed blood surnames. Okay,
Okay.
so that, that could pretty much be anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe they're Melungian,
That's possible.
possibly. 'Cause I see in this list Oxendine, Mitchell.
Hmm.
Um, so I don't know, but I'll keep looking.
Okay. Oh, this thing's tripping out on me right now for some reason. Can y'all can everybody in the chat still hear me? Can you put a one up if you can hear me in Legacy? Okay. Cool. All right, y'all. So the other item that I wanted to go over is the family members that fought in the revolution. So I just want to read something real quick here. So this is also in the Free African Americans link that I put in the chat. It says Revolution, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Maryland, and Delaware. So on Ancestry, they actually have a section there where you can look and see the roles of the people who fought in the revolution and also the people who were in the war of, I believe it's the French and Indian War or War of 1815, whatever year that happened in. But I wanted to read this real quick to you guys so you can see something. It says over 420 African Americans, so Dodge at hijack, who were born free during the colonial period served in the Revolution from Virginia. Another 400 who descended from freeborn colonial families served from North Carolina, 40 from South Carolina, 60 from Maryland, and 17 from Delaware. Now, the thing about that number is that it's not correct, because I know I have an ancestor that was living in Ohio that actually went to Maryland to fight in the Revolution for the Maryland Regiment. So, you're going to have people from, all over who went and fought in the Revolution for these particular states or these particular colonies. Um, and then it goes on to say there were over 75 free African Americans in colonial militias in French and Indian wars in Virginia, North and South Carolina. Okay. So, again, if you do have family members that you know of that, as you're doing your ancestry searches and you're seeing, um, Revolutionary War information pop up, the other thing you need to be doing is, a lot of times for all of these two particular wars, bounty land was given out, and basically, the bounty land is, land that you got for fighting in a revolution and giving your time, and if you fought in it, they were going to put you into a thing to where you could get like acres and acres of land. So I'm not sure how many people have ancestors that did fight in a revolution, but I've been trying to dig into this a little bit just so I can find out, what recourse we have, because a lot of times that bounty land is given to heirs and wills and different things like that. So I mean, a lot of us are heirs or relatives to, a lot of people that fought in the revolution, and we don't even know it. So that's the other important thing about going further back. Excuse me, going further back in your genealogy and not just stopping at, in the 1800s. I know it's hard to get past some points or some parts, but if you can keep going, do so. Keep going back, because the further you go back, you're going to start to find things that are important. Legacy, you still digging?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm still digging. But I would say, Prince, you could hit me up. Just email me Love Legacy 500 so I can know exactly where you at and all of that. But I'm still looking right now to see. I found it a bunch of I found the name amongst tribes, but most of well not amongst tribes. I found it amongst Lumbee. Some
Hmm.
of the names amongst Lumbee and the other were like Melungeon. So, but I'm gonna look at the area where he said to look. So I'll be right black.
All right, bro. Oh man, let me see here. I got some craziness going on over here with internet. Hang on a second here, y'all.
Please be patient. I don't know what happened to Opie. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Opie, man. Can you guys hear me? Press one. Just want to make sure I'm having the same experience here. Someone please press one in the chat. Let me know you hear me. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Opie, but I've been looking through these names. I mean, it's a lot of names. It's a lot of tribes. But yeah, whatever information that you do have, Prince, you can just hit me up with that. Whatever you do have, and I could try to help you out or whatever. But we can't just go by names. We got to go by locations. We got to go by time. We got to go by who was in the area at the time. So it's a lot. It's a lot going into it. But I did see the name Webb amongst says Melungian. So basically mixed, so-called mixed blood. But we all mix blood. It really doesn't matter. I mean, it just give names to certain people in certain areas. But the truth is, we are all mixed. Whatever that is. So I see the name. Let me see. I'm looking right now. Yeah, see Webb. Yeah, common mixed blood surnames. And I think what else did you say? Bunch. Bunch is on the same list as common mixed names too. So probably Melungian, and then I think I saw a name over here on the Lumbee side, I believe. Let me see. He said Patrick. Hmm. Patrick. Hmm. No, not here. Bunch. Looking up Bunch. Man, you can find these names, guys. If you're in the area, whatever, you just have to Google, man. Use Google uh to death, man. Oh yeah, Opie just texted me and said he got booted. So I'm not sure what we have to do from here. But I would say, man, Google's probably your best friend, man, when it comes to the genealogy. You just have to you just gotta look and look and look and look, and then you'll come across these lists like I have. I have pages and pages of names. But again, we can't just go by names because I mean, there's probably like 100 names in the page I'm looking at. It's probably 100 names on here. uh, Atkins, Alessio, Allen, Allison, Emmanuel, Ammons, Anderson, Nelly, Applewhite, Arena, Atkins, authors, Avent, Baker, Banks, Banner. I mean, it's just a lot of names with this. It says Lumbee slash Croatan Indian, North and South Carolina. Okay, because the Lumbee, we got to remember too, the Lumbee were right on the border South Carolina, so I'm pretty sure they were in South Carolina. And I actually have to thank Marjorie Scriven, my homegirl Scriven, for putting me onto that because I never knew that they were in South Carolina. And I'm not sure what's up with Opie, what he's gonna do right now. Any questions in the chat? Just hit me with some questions because I don't know what else to do right now. Waiting for Opie to come back. But yeah, a lot of these names, they're out there. You just gotta find them. David Corey said Lumbee, South Carolina. Yeah. Any questions? Anderson? Pamela Oz, White and Clear said Anderson. Banks. Yeah, Anderson. Yeah, you got Anderson amongst the but Anderson is in a few tribes, so you're gonna see that a lot. You're gonna see that a lot. Let me see. Chickahominy said Banks and Atkins. You're gonna see Atkins. Atkins is definitely is a huge name for, I believe, the Pamunkey and Chickahominy too. So you're gonna see that name across too, because really the tribes are closely related. Lumbee, uh, Pamunkey, Chickahominy, Saponi. We are all closely related. Let me see. Got some questions popping up. Shoot, I don't even know the front page said what am I reading from. I'm not even sure of exactly where I got it. But it says the following is a list of 17th century mixed blood families. I don't see the link on the page, the paper that I'm reading off of right now, but you might want to look up that. And then here it says please also see Romany surnames. So maybe if you look up Romany surnames, it'll pop up. Maybe that'll be a way too. Croatan, let's see. My channel is Love Legacy 500. What happened was I was using Love Legacy 400 before, prior to this, and then I just changed the 500 for the 500 plus tribes, 500 nations. Okay, Opie said he's working on it. Let me see. Oh, you just put the link in the chat. Yeah, go check out my channel. I'm definitely gonna do a video probably next couple of days. Okay, still working on Cluis and where the names comes from. Cluis? Probably might just be Lewis, man. Anderson in my bloodline. Yeah, Sean P. You already know. Yeah, you're gonna see Anderson everywhere. Are there any offshoots of Powhatan? Well, the Powhatan is a confederation, so you're gonna have numerous tribes up under them. And to be honest, probably your ancestors that you're looking for, the ones that were in Washington County, North Carolina, that's over there towards the Powhatan area. So they may be a tribe that disbanded or joined the Confederacy, or disbanded and joined, created another tribe or what have you. I know they see the Moritok Indians in that area first. So in that county, you can go down. Yeah, Love Legacy 500. I'm sorry for the confusion, guys, but I gotta switch the email because I want to clear it out and make sure that I have all the same people. Epps, Goodman and Epps. I know Epps is connected to our tribe, but I'm sure again that it's connected to another tribe too. Let me see. Oh, my bro Mizak in here, man. What's up, bro? You already know, man. Sioux Nation, baby. Taylor, Sioux Nation, you already know. Let me see. Yeah, please support. Thanks, Gretchen. Yeah, please support my channel, man. Channel hurting a little something. I had a lot of genealogy on there, stuff like that, man. But yeah, people weren't really watching it, so it was like an hour and some change. So I just took it down because it's just in the way. Let me see. Do you have any info on the Seminoles being taken as slaves? I think my night side is Seminole and Chickasaw. Um, Seminoles. Phew, I'm pretty sure. I mean, everybody was taken as slaves. You know what I'm saying? Not just the Seminoles. So I'm pretty sure that happened. Far as night side, Seminole, and Chickasaw. I think I got some Chickasaw stuff here. I'm not sure I can get to it right now. Let me see if it's in this stack. I got. Let me see. What is the name again? Knight. Let's see. I got Pamunkey right here. So let's see if Knight is in here. H. I see Major. I see Major and Pamunkey. Major we were talking about earlier. I see that. And I don't see that. I don't see Knight. Yeah, man. I'm sorry I can't tell you exactly where I got it from, but I gave y'all a few words so y'all could just kind of Google that. Princess. I was told we were a mix of East and South Band Cherokee, but no proof. Plus, we were related to Blackfoot, so I'm really lost on that part. Just hit me up, bro. Just hit me up, man. You know, we gotta remember that other tribes were part of this whole Cherokee thing. You know, and some of those Cherokees were actually Catawbas anyway. And that's what you talking about when you say Blackfoot. You talking about Catawbas or Saponi or whatever other Siouan tribes that were part of that. Middle name is Lewis. Okay. Let me see. Come on. Any other questions? Questions. I know it was a lot of nights in Edgecombe, North Carolina. Uh, yeah, the main thing is pushing a tree back. You got to get back to like 1800 or something like that. But man, your best friend, everybody, your best friend is Google, man. You got to get on Google. You got to just Google stuff. Sometimes you could put your copy and paste. Cherokee is a band of different Indians here. Sometimes you could just copy and paste, man. You on Ancestry, just copy your ancestor's name and date of birth, date of death, and then put it into Google, man. You can find stuff. I do it all the time. But yeah, yeah, we can't just go by names alone. You know, I know that we use it. We use it to our advantage as far as the names and everything. Looking at free Negroes, stuff like that, free African Americans, stuff like that, and it can't help with the name sometimes. Oh yeah, just ask Google what you want. We've heard Cherokee, but need more info. Yeah, a lot of y'all gonna hear Cherokee. A lot of y'all gonna hear Cherokee. Okay, and I'm not saying that you're not Cherokee, but I am saying that 9 times out of 10 you're not. You know, there are some people that pop up that are Cherokee, but 9 times out of 10 you're not, and your people would just call Cherokee. And you know, Cherokee was a thing to just say at the time, something that everybody knew, and it was white man friendly. I was always told Blackfoot was simply what you called an Indian mixed with black. Growing up, I was mostly in New York and didn't really get curious until I moved to North Carolina. Yeah, you're gonna hear the whole Blackfoot thing. Oh, that they feet was black, but none of our feet are black. So you know, and then Tar Heel and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, they just Catawbas, man. Basically, these Blackfoots you talking about just Catawbas. So like I said, man, hit me up and we'll see, man. I might be able to just look at your tree and be like, oh, here you go. David Corey said Cherokee is a nation of tribes, many tribes. Yeah, yeah. I think some of them Uchis might be up in there too. I know my great grandmother said she was Cherokee, and I haven't found proof yet, but I'm pretty sure she knew what she was talking about. I don't think she'll just say that. I see Epps over here says Cubans. I still haven't figured out what this Cubans thing is. If anybody knows what that is in North Carolina, it's a tribe. Maybe they called them Cubans because they look like Cubans. Maybe, you know, I don't know. Or Cuban means something else. I'm not sure, but it's some Indians in North Carolina they call Cubans. It says Coleman, Epps, Martin, Shepherd, Stewart, Talley. But then when I hear all those names, to me that just sounds like some Saponis or Catawbas, because those all those names are consistent. Just like you have in South Carolina, you got Brass Ankles, and these Brass Ankles, if you look at them, it says Bass, Boone, Brave Boy, Bunch. Oh, they go Bunch. Chavis, Creel, Driggers, Goings, Harmon, Jackson, Russell, Sampson, Scott, Chavis, Sweat, and Williams. So to me, these Brass Ankles are nothing, probably nothing but Catawbas. Scott, Chavis, Sweat, and Williams. So to me, all right, and he's black. I hear a lot of echo. Testing. Yeah, you got a lot of feedback, Opie.
Can you still hear it?
Yeah, I hear you.
Hang on a second.
Yeah, I had to try to hold it down, man.
I appreciate you doing that.
They don't know what I was talking about. I don't know what I was talking about, but we 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 held on, man. I don't know what I was talking about
Bro, I got
for
booted
real.
big time, man.
I see, man.
I had
Let
to
me
like
see.
restart my computer and everything.
Oh man. Pamunkey, Powhatan and Indians. It says Adams, Atkins, Allman, Bass, Beverly, Bradby, which is probably Brave Boy, Carter, Collins, Cotman, Cook, Costello, Dennis Green, Harmon, Hawks, Hogue, Holmes, Langston, Major, right? Did I say early Major? Marsh, Miles, Mersch, Nelson, Osborne, Page, Richardson, Sampson, Sawyer, Stewart, Sweat, Taponce, Weaver, White, Wilkins, Williams, Wise, and Wynn. Okay, I know that Stewart's definitely were Pamunkey, but I think that they were attached to us also. So, like I said, man, we can't just go by the names, but try to shoot, try to get what you can, man. You gotta get it how you live. You
Definitely.
you about set back up?
Hold on, I'm getting there.
Okay, gotcha. Let's see if we got any more questions. Oh man, yeah, y'all moving fast down here. Hold on. I put it down for 1 second, but I see a lot of stuff. Hold on. Cherokee was synonymous with Indian. Many smaller tribes used that to try to get funding. You right about that? Because I had an ancestor to try to get on there. Knight is on the Baker's roll with a night killer. Yeah, I remember you said something about that before. A night killer. Um, yeah, I mean, you're gonna find, like I said, you're gonna find names everywhere. You just gotta check your people, man, and make sure that that's 9 out of 10 those roles you're not gonna find your people on there, especially if they were labeled as black. Julian is found in the Micmac, actually a band known as the Julian Band. Also, that happens too. With I know like what is it? The Huma, the Biloxi. Different families name themselves different things. You know what I'm saying? So they basically the same people and even different language too. But basically the same people. But from my knowledge too, I was just talking to somebody the other day. The Muskogee language, and I'm extremely sorry if I'm not right, but from what I've heard, the Muskogean language actually was a break off of the Siouan language. So I know that might hurt a little bit, but that's the word that I got. So I can see why Biloxi would speak Siouan language, but then be related somehow to these Huma, Tunica, and all of that. He said, "Laugh out loud, welcome back, Opie." Yeah, that was real. That was really real, man.
Yeah, I
I was,
got booted, yo.
yo, man. You know how you automatically have like a save button in your
Mm-hmm.
in your body. When I saw you
Yeah.
gone, when I came back and looked and you were gone, my instinct was just to hit leave.
He was like, he dead, he
And then
dead.
yeah, and then I heard a whisper like, "No, that's not right. Don't do that." Let me see. Grandma was a green. Yeah, Prince, man. You probably what I tried, bro. Just gotta come on, holla at your boy. Know some Colemans in DC. West and Rogers. Yeah, might be connected too. DC, Maryland, same shit. I have a large family. Gretchen Peace. Let's see any questions in here. Other than mention, if you ever want to talk to her, she's all. She remember who she is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of our elders be doing, man. 70 something plus, they be doing. But some people, you'll see it either 9 times out of 10 when you ask somebody, they will say that they people, that they people were either said they were Indian or they said they was just black. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. But yeah, Green said Green in Pennsylvania. Yeah, I mean, you just got to push the tree back. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens is, you push it to 1800 and they're in a whole different place. And then you might push it even just one generation back and they might be in a whole different place again. So, people keep moving. Wingate surnames anywhere. Tell me where you saw Wingate at, and then I could try to like narrow it down. with the whole Wingate thing. But that sounds like that might be all over a name like that. Wingate. Sound like it might be like English or something. It's probably everywhere. Uh, they were definitely moving around. Yeah, yeah, and more some people more than others, man. You had people that were like, some people, man, just super hard to trace because they're just like in 10 different places, man. Like in no time, and like three, 4 generations, man. They in different states, so it gets kind of crazy. Georgia to Alabama to Pennsylvania. I'm pretty sure that's probably the other way around, right? Probably started out in Pennsylvania and then moved to Alabama to Georgia. Um, PD area. Darlington is PD area. Yeah, yeah. I believe that's on the what's that? Northeast? No, it's the opposite of the way around. Okay. Georgia to Alabama. Oh, that's different. Okay. Yeah, yeah, you're right, because they usually migrate north. So you're right about that. Georgia, Alabama, then to Pennsylvania. Well, they came out of Georgia 9 times out of 10. They probably so-called Creek, Webb, Chesson, Patrick, Moore, Green, Norman, Rose, and Coleman. We cousins. Hey, cuz. Coleman, Green, Bunchway. Yeah. By the way, if you're in the island of PR and are a Zayas, you're mi primo hola primo. Oh, okay. You in PR, Puerto Rico? Yeah, I'm part Puerto Rican too. He said that's where the Wingates were. Oh, in Darlington. Okay. Let me see real quick. Let me go look. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Let me look over here real quick. Yeah, all I do is just go to a lot of times, man, all I do is just go to Google real quick and watch this. PD Wingate PD tribe. Let's see. PD Wingate R Wingate PD Yankton, including Yankton and PD River Basin tribal tract. Yeah, just go over to I see something right now and I see Wingate. I see Stalling, Stanfield, Wingate. It's 430 pages. Good luck. But yeah, you just put in PD tribe and then put in Wingate. And you'll see right here it says PD River Basin Plan.
All right, y'all. So, can y'all hear me? Okay,
I can hear you.
you can hear
It's a
me.
lot of air.
Okay.
It's a lot of air in the back though.
All right, hang on a sec.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with this.
You're in a treehouse.
Hang on a sec.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, my family's not in that area, Puerto Rico. I mean, I'm probably sure they may be. Um, they may be at one time. Let's see. If you can in the Moore to Morris from North Carolina, you probably can to Aaron Moore. Hold on. Aaron Moore, one of the founders of Raleigh, North Carolina, Black Wall Street. I had some Moors in my family, Halifax area. Yeah, so maybe we may be related that way, but I mean we probably related anyway, right? Same tribe. Let's
Oh, you
see.
know it.
Let me see. Any sources of Indian slaves in Virginia around 1818? Four times great slavery could say Indian. and black, but no tribe. That's different. Slave slave records say Indian and black, but no tribe. I don't understand how could that be. It says Indian slaves in Virginia around 1818. His fourth time's grandpa. Slave records say Indian and black, but no tribe. So only thing I could think is you're saying that he had slaves that were Indian and black. I don't know if I'm reading that right.
Hey, Nighthawk, what exactly does the record say? Because I'm kind of confused on that too. Like, is
Uh,
that a ancestry record or
the spelling count. I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about, but spelling definitely it counts and it doesn't,
right?
right?
Because
Because
they switched up these surnames all crazy.
yeah,
Spell
the spellings be totally twisted. I mean, so it does count, of course, because I mean, if you put nothing but consonants, you know what I'm saying, you ain't gonna get nothing. But yeah, mess up the name sometime. If you get stuck, switch the name up. You'll be surprised. The record might pop up because when we
yeah,
on like ancestry stuff like that, it's just reading what you got and what's on the record. So if somebody put the wrong letter in the wrong place on the record, you'll probably never find it. So you just have to go by how it sounds.
right.
You know what I'm saying? How it sounds. So I'm trying to think of a name right now. Oh yeah, like Prince, right? If your
Hmm.
last name was Prince, then you put Prince, right? Then you'll put Print, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Prince or Precence or something like that. So you just have to keep flipping it around and switching it. One thing I could say people need to stop doing is when you put in, stop just filling stuff in. Stop putting quotations on your when you put your ancestor's name in, even though they might have a nickname. Say their nickname is Mamie or whatever. But don't put it in like that. You don't put the quotations and all of that. But
Exactly.
yeah, I need you to take over the OP.
Okay, I'm on it. All right, y'all. So before I got dropped off, what I was trying to show you guys was on the ancestry they have the Revolutionary War bounty land grants, and it talks about for whatever state you fought for, um, the different amounts of land. So on the screen, I have Georgia pulled up. So if you were a private in the Georgia line, you got 230 acres. Um, if you're a private in the Minute Battalion, you get 287 and a half acres. So depending on, the where you were, so they even gave the deserters from the British 287 and a half acres. So um, in this documentation here, again, if you go on Ancestry and just pull up Revolutionary War bounty land grants, um, you'll be able to see the different types of land that people got. So, as an example, for North Carolina, let me get to it real quick here. So, North Carolina, this is the, let me see. No, that's Pennsylvania, I think. Yeah. Let me go back to North Carolina real quick. Because I thought they gave the breakdown on the, depending on what rank you were, what kind of land you got. But I know North Carolina was one of the places where they gave like the most bounty land to even like, here it is. So as y'all can see here on the screen, if you were a private and you fought in the North Carolina regiment, you got 640 acres. Non-commissioned officers would be like your sergeants, corporals, staff sergeants, all that other stuff. You got 1,000 acres right off the rip. If you are if you were an officer, you see how the acres go up and up and up. I mean, if you were a brigadier general, you got 12,000 acres of land. So, I don't know if anyone's looked into this at all, but I think it's worth looking into, especially if you have like Legacy as an example. He has, I know we read at least 5 or 6 ancestors that fought in the revolution. And, all those, if we went to the Boones on here, because it starts to get into the names and it tells you how many acres they got. A couple of these people have the word Negro next to their name. And this particular section that I'm looking at that shows Negro, they left off the surname for some reason, which is kind of interesting to me. And these are people that fought in the Connecticut Regiment. So you got a couple of North Carolina Regiment fighters, 640 acres. This dude was a private. So again, 640 acres right off the rip. This guy here, Cubit, he was a drummer. He got 1,000 acres right off the rip. Another musician, 640 acres. So as y'all can see, y'all can see what I'm saying. So I want to go to the bees real quick, and we'll look up your ancestors' legacy. But this is another thing, y'all. We gotta look into this stuff here, because I mean, this land is either just sitting or someone else is on it illegally. And I know the government a lot of times just took the land back and just they're just holding on to it. So you see all these booms, Legacy, 200 acres, 228 acres, 640 acres, 200 acres. You still with me, Legacy? Hope I didn't get booted again. I think he's okay. I think he's on here anymore. But anyway, y'all can see what I'm talking about here. So I mean, all these, like, just the Boones, which is his family, like a lot of them easily, like David Boone got 640, and all these acres, if y'all can see on the screen, right behind their name says to heirs. So that was the main reason why I was telling Legacy to, kind of look into this. And anybody else, again, if you had ancestors that fought in the revolution, this is something we need to look into. Again, I'm still doing some digging on it, but I just wanted to mention it to you to kind of get it in your head. That's something that you might want to look into if you had people that fought in the revolution, because a lot of times this land is just sitting, or it's still in the family. So anybody that we talk about wanting land and different things like that, this is one of the ways of getting it back. Legacy.
Yeah, man. I looked around and my phone was dying, so I had to let it charge just a little bit.
Okay. Did you get to hear what I was saying about your family?
Nah, I had to run off and deal with my family.
Gotcha.
Nah, what's up though?
No, but your Boone ancestors. Let me go back to it real quick, because I actually found them on here.
Hmm.
Let's see. Blaze, where? Computer's getting on my nerves today. I'm not gonna
Yeah, you
lie.
gotta go over again. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's moving slow.
a little bit.
Okay.
Being kind of iffy right now for some reason. I'm not sure why, and I got it hardwired in. So
Hmm.
okay, we should be.
Took it back.
I think I need to go back again. One more, don't I? Oh, okay, I need to go over one. All right, here we go. Here we go. So you see this?
Yeah.
See, I mean, there's all these acres of land, man. These are people that fought in North Carolina for the North
Mhm.
Carolina Regiment. There's some more. So I'm sure all these are your ancestors, bro.
Mhm.
I mean, 640 to each person. You got 228, and then a lot of these are saying 640 acres, two heirs.
Mhm.
So that's, when you do get up some free time and you're able to get back into that, man. We even got these other boons with the E on the end.
Yeah, they do it both ways.
Right. So, I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, this is something you definitely want to look into, when you get the chance. But again, that's kind of what I wanted to show everybody. Oh, David, I only got like four windows open, so it shouldn't be too many. But yeah, that's what I wanted to show y'all on as far as the Revolutionary War bounty lands, and then also on this Free African Americans website and the book, they should have a section that goes over the families who had people that actually fought in those wars. All right, so Legacy, did you have any other stuff you wanted to go over with people in the chat? I'm looking to
Let's
see if there's
see.
any more questions in there.
Yeah, I don't really see none. They getting their own talk on in there. They were talking about ancestors living on reservation and stuff like that. Just to put it out there, man,
Yeah.
reservation, it just ain't what it is, man. I think sometimes we kind of like have a fantasy kind of thing of a reservation or living on a reservation, and we have to remember that our people were forced to certain areas or given certain areas, or maybe we're able to keep certain areas, but didn't have that freedom like they had prior to that. So, I hear people saying, "Oh yeah, I live on a reservation," and like you in the projects, just like the rest of us. I mean, there's
Oh yeah.
no
The
difference
reservations
except,
is tore up, bro.
yeah,
It
except
ain't a
you're able
glamorous
to
place to
hold your,
be.
yeah, except you were able to hold on to your culture. But
Yeah.
outside of that, man, it's. And then they would put you in a certain area, call it a reservation, and then when they got ready and say, "Hey, well, you know what? Let's take that land. That land a little too good, and we need it. So yeah, we're gonna push you out again." And that's why you saw the Indians on the West Coast with all those teepees and all of that, because I don't think that they were living in them joints on the regular. You know what I mean? They were going through wars and stuff like that, and what you gonna do? Bring your tent with you.
Right. Yeah. Hey, Queen Ottawa, that could be Cubic Giles. I don't know because they don't. Like I said, they took the surname off the end of it there, so that is a great possibility that that's who that is. That that's one of your ancestors. So absolutely. But yeah, Legacy's right, man. The reservation. I mean, it ain't all glamorous like people think it is. So
Mm. I
you
see.
know.
I see Prince saying that think he's I guess in-laws to some Hedgepaths and where's it at?
Oh,
Boone.
for real?
So I think I may be related to Boone and Hedgepath as well, but I don't know if it's by marriage. I got oh, he said he got a lot of study to do, I guess. Yeah, but like I said, man, hit me up. That's what you gotta do. Just hit me up or whatever, and I got you. It might take some time, but I got you, man. I mean, if you need the help. Let me
Oh
see.
yeah, absolutely,
But
absolutely.
yeah, if you got anything, another thing too, people gotta look for is not so much your family, but who lives next door to your family, right? Who did your aunt, your fourth great aunt, who did she marry? So you got to look at that too because 9 out of 10 they were all living in the same area. So you got to look for that. Like for instance, I know Gray. I don't know if he's still in here. Arthur Gray. He was looking at some of his people, and then he saw this Bing family that lived next door. So we were looking for Bing, looking for Bing, looking for Bing. Couldn't really find them. And then after some time, I found them. I found this Bing family, and that they were Catawbas.
Nice.
So then it made sense that his people were Catawbas too, which we already assumed. So sometimes you got to look at who's next door, man. Let's see,
All
I
right.
got you. Let's see. It's huge. Okay. I'm not speaking on the typical reservation that we see today. I'm from Arkansas, deep south. I've been to the land several times as a child in the 70s. My grandparents showed us the land. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can't speak for every reservation. I can only go off of what I've seen and what I've heard, and it's really just about the fantasy of anything really at this point. We've been so hurt and so beat that any up is a up, and it just ain't what it is. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to live on a reservation. You know what I'm saying? I want to live on tribal land that
Right.
that me and my tribe have. As far as them saying, oh well, this is you, and and in trust and all this nonsense, and we ain't doing that.
Exactly. That's right. That's right. So, other question I have for everybody out there in the chat. Throw me some ones in there if you started planting. I know David Corey's on it. I already know he's on it.
Yeah, put my one in there because I started.
Yep. Yep. And legacy. Absolutely. Oh, KSR. Yes, absolutely. I remember that.
Mhm. And what you can do too is you can try something easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Take a garlic clove and dump it in the dirt.
You know what? One of the easiest things to start growing actually is tomatoes, man.
Yeah.
They're really easy. You can actually harvest quite a bit off of tomato plants.
Mm.
There you
Let's
go, a
do
new
it. Let's
breed.
do
I
it.
know you was out there somewhere.
Got a green. What's up? What's up? Got a green is a huge supporter, man. He everywhere.
Oh yeah, I knew a new was in there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's right. Start seeding now. Um, get because I know here in Ohio, man, we've had some crazy weather lately. Yesterday it was about 40 something degrees again. Wind blowing all crazy. And then, here in a couple of days, it's going to be back up in the 70s again. Then it'll hit back down to 40. So, unfortunately, up north, we got to kind of take our time with it and we got to pay attention to the weather a lot. Because if we don't, we're going to kill our plants.
Hey,
So, yes, sir.
go ahead.
No, you good.
Knock. I see. Nighthawk. He said can't find nothing on Edwin, but Francis. It's spelled like Rives. I believe that's Reeves. So try spelling it different if you're stuck on that ancestor. Put Reeves. Born in
Yeah.
Prince George County near Petersburg, Virginia. He also served in the state militia during the War of 1812, stationed in Norfolk. Yeah, switch that name to Reeves. I know some Reeves were Cherokee, but I'm pretty sure they're in other tribes too. A new breed says, me and the daughter are starting to plant corn. We can transfer and sow directly around the 20th.
Hmm.
Um,
Exactly. Absolutely. So I mean, again, if you have not started planning, it's not too late. Again, even if you don't have the outside space, you can plan
mm,
inside. I mean, Legacy's talked about the lights and different things you can get. Um, there's different pot holders that you can put big plants in, so that when they do get bigger, they still, have room to grow.
mm.
But
Um,
you got to start. Yes,
just
sir.
gotta start. Yeah, you just gotta start. Forget about how long it takes and all of that. I mean, that's important if you're trying to survive. You need to know how long stuff take, but just start. But I see Shiba Lolo said what tribes Akaiwa as what tribes live in Nash, Halifax, and North Carolina. I know Halifax Haliwa.
Mhm.
So I'm not sure about Nash County off top. I see Manubri says y'all know the deal. People have to learn how to do it. Yeah, I mean, try fail. I mean, but we shouldn't even be failing or anything right now because we got so much information out here to be able to do stuff. So we got to take advantage of see, he says Saponi-Catawba mainly. Yeah, we just got to take advantage of the time that we have now. This little
Exactly.
so-called this little fake pandemic that's going on, this is gonna be over, but the next one's gonna be worse. So this is a little test run. Next one's gonna
And
be worse.
not to mention you have free time right now. So I mean you know a lot of businesses have told people to stay home. So while you at home, teach the kids or whatever about gardening and planting and all that other stuff. So I mean, a new breed is coming out with videos, where he's going to be
Right.
showing you guys those different things. But point is, you got to start. We can't wait around anymore because as this nonsense continues, you're going to start seeing places saying, well, this meat packaging place closed down, or this, this particular store's company where they get their supplies is shut down. So just keep paying attention, y'all. I'm not trying to fearmonger or scare anybody, but y'all know I'm a
Ooh.
firm y'all know I'm a firm believer on self sufficiency, and
Oh.
we got to get there. We can't keep waiting and saying, well, I'll do it next year. I'll do it next
Yeah.
year. I mean, the time
Hmm.
is now. You should already, from hearing me, Legacy, Anu, and Augie, all the brothers out here about being prepared and getting your stock up at home.
Hmm.
You need to be getting your canned goods. You need to be getting your extra
Yep.
water. You ain't got to get it all at once, but again, when you go to the store, get an extra thing of toilet paper because y'all know how
Hmm.
that's
Oh yeah, and
grab
get that,
it.
get that quilted northern. Yeah, I
Is
thought
that?
that's one thing good about this thing, man. They took all the Scotch tissue, man, and
Mm-hmm.
man, I found quilted northern, bruh.
Oh, you
Woo!
go to Northern, huh?
Riding. Yeah, man. You take you 3 sheets. You
Right?
out of there. You out of
You
there.
get
Scots, man, you be done. Scots, man, you be done look like a mummy, man. Like a mummy in Oh
hell yeah.
man.
That's funny. But yeah, man, we gotta, we gotta get on it, y'all. Again, I like coming here doing the genealogy stuff with y'all, but real time, real things that we can do now. We got some people in the chat that's making videos doing it, showing you how. So if you haven't
Hmm.
subscribed, to each other, do it.
Yeah,
Um,
man.
we got some great people out here with some brilliant minds that we need to be following each other and teaching each other and learning how to do certain things. Again, um, be prepared always. um, don't wait for the last minute to start getting your supplies and all that different stuff ready. And I did see somebody put in the chat about learning how to hunt. um, again, another good skill to learn just in
Yeah, and
case.
there's books out there.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, I'm gonna do another video with all of my books so everybody could see them. But there's books out there. And hey, I see Gwen Smith in the chat. If it's the same Gwen Smith that emailed me, I need you to hit me up again. I think I sent you an email. I just need your login info for Ancestry. Um, so yeah, if that's the same person, go ahead and hit me up.
absolutely. um, Anybody have any other questions that they had?
Man, I think that may need one day. Uh, since the toilet paper come from overseas. Yeah,
Probably.
it probably does, man.
We don't make
Man,
nothing here no more.
everything.
Y'all know how that goes.
Yeah, yeah, we gotta
If
change that though.
anybody knows how to make toilet paper, I will buy it from you.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Saying,
one person, go check out people, go check out Garner's Garden. It's a brother that he does all of the natural stuff, toothpaste. I'm not sure if he has tissue, but he
mm-hmm.
has different kind of stuff to clean yourself, body wash, different things like that. But it's all natural stuff. Garner's Garden. Look him up. See
Absolutely.
somebody got Battle and Richardson up there. Yeah, I'm related to some Battles and Richardsons.
And a new, he just put something pretty important in the chat. He said the energy that you put into your food is what you will get out of it.
Oh
I
yeah.
firmly agree with that. Before you even put your seeds into the soil, you know, I, I, I know for me, this is just what I do. Um, I give thanks, to the Creator, to the Most High for, giving me the opportunity to plant what I'm going to plant and to, you know, um, give me hopefully he can bless me with a good crop. So, you gotta, put your love into it. You gotta put your whole all into anything that you plant. So I definitely agree with Anu on that.
Mm. Yes, Shiva Lolo, if you haven't, it look like you need to put an application around here. If those are your surnames.
She de- she's
Goodness.
definitely she's definitely she's definitely Sue.
Yeah, that's a
Um,
lot.
she you know
Lynch, he put Lynch is Lumby. Lynch is also Saponi. Um, Harrison is Catawba, Pittman, Tuscarora, Johnson, multiple tribes. Yeah, Johnson, Tuscarora. But my Johnsons that were Tuscarora, they joined with the Saponi-Catawba. Well, with the Haliwa Saponi at the time. So
hey
yeah.
David Corey,
Mhm.
a news going to be uh hopefully here soon trying to do some videos on like your basic prepping. So just stay tuned to him for that. If you're not subscribed to a new breed, get over there and check him out because he's got some great ideas on prepping, different things like that. So
Yeah, yeah. And again,
survival.
a lot of books. Matter of fact, let me read off these joints real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Survival
highlight you
books.
here, sir.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And if you get a glimpse of my area where I'm at right now, man, don't judge me. It's been a rough couple days. Real rough. Let me see. Let me just grab some survival books. Just give me 1 second. I actually got them here now. All right. So it's probably gonna show 1 second. Okay. All right. So right here you have Nature's Garden, a guide to identifying, harvesting, and preparing edible wild plants by Samuel Thayer. Okay. And you go into the book, it got different stuff, man. Showing different plants and stuff like that, what to eat, what not to eat, what looks like this, it looks like that, it might kill you. It might look like a strawberry, but yeah. Last thing you want to do is eat something that's bad when you're out trying to survive. If you're trying to survive like in the wild or something like that, if you eat something bad, what'll happen is it will give you the runs or make you vomit, and then once you do that, you dehydrate. So you
Mm-hmm.
got to know what you're eating. It may not kill you, but if it dehydrates you, then you can die. Okay, so we have food drying at home the natural way with over 300 healthful and delicious recipes by B. Bear. Okay, I caught that book for like $2, $3. Um, Herbal antivirals, heal yourself faster, cheaper, and safer. your A to Z guide to choosing, preparing, and using the most effective natural antiviral herbs. Mary Jones, herbal antivirals. Okay. Then we have Wilderness Survival, second edition. Gregory J. Davenport. You see, grabbing a snake real quick, cause you might have to eat that sucker. You know what I mean? And then and with some of those snakes too, man, you can eat them long as you take off the part that's like poisonous a lot of times. You know, and also poisonous snakes, you got to be careful because even once you chop their heads off, they can still bite. I want to look out for that. But yeah, show you different stuff in here, survival kits and different things like that. All right, again, Wilderness Survival, second edition, Gregory J. Davenport. Then we got Bear Grylls, right? Y'all see him on TV. Bear Grylls Extreme Food: What to Eat When Your Life Depends on It. Okay, by Bear Grylls, and show you different stuff in his book. Just flicking through fishing gear, fungus, cauliflower fungus. I know you can eat fungus off of certain trees too. You can eat the mushroom, you know, the fungus. I mean, my bad. I'm sure you can't eat the fungus, but some trees have fungus that you can actually use for burning your for lighting fire. All right. The Bushcraft Field Guide to Trapping, Gathering, Cooking in the Wild, Dave Canterbury. All right. Any of these books by Dave Canterbury you could get. Um, just know some of these books are gonna be boring. You know they're gonna put some fluff in there, but some good information. Might as well just show y'all. Trying to read it through this thing is not gonna work. So, and then first aid, Bushcraft First Aid. Okay, a field guide to wilderness emergency care, and you can get a kit for like nothing. So yeah, you can go online and get you a survival kit or whatever. You know, a little pack kit that you can get. I have two, I believe. So yeah, just Google and Amazon. They're your friends. Google, Amazon, and YouTube.
Absolutely. And I know I was looking on Amazon earlier at the one of those books you had, the bushcraft one, and they actually do, for anybody who doesn't want to order the book, they do have the online digital version of that book as well. So I mean, you could get it either way. If you don't want the physical book, I would recommend getting the physical book. In case you gotta be on the move. That's something that you have. But one of the other things that I've heard a new breed talk about, and I bring his name up a lot, y'all, because I know he does this stuff in real time. Um, I bet me and him have met face to face. We're in the same tribe, and I know what he does, and so he does all this stuff firsthand. So that's why I bring him up a lot. But um, he mentioned in one of his videos about a bug out bag, and again, this is more on preparedness, prepping type stuff. But um, with the bug out bag, if you haven't done any research on it, I advise you to do that as well. Just kind of a bag that you have for you and your family to, in case you're stuck anywhere and you need to get back home, or what the case may be. Um, it's also a good technique to have. Like David Corey said, tents, um, different things like that, that you have on the go with you, just preparedness type stuff. Again, like I said, I think he's going to be getting into some of that stuff on his channel. So, we all need to learn it. There's no shame in saying you don't know how to do, particular things like, Legacy has the books. This is how you learn. We've lost a lot of that information. Um, and getting these books, it helps. I mean, and if that kind of thing happened to Legacy and his family, he's ready. He's got the books, shows him what he can do. Um, fire starters. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Legacy.
Yeah, yeah, you could get, like I said, you get the little survival kits, and they have everything, pretty much everything in there. You got your compass, you got your knife, you have your paracord, you have your flint and everything, flint and some steel to strike your fire, and then the emergency packs, different stuff like that. So you could get stuff. You can get small ones, or you could get bigger ones. I would suggest small ones just to keep around. Because if you ever do have to go out anywhere or hunt or whatever, you don't want a lot of heavy stuff on you if you gotta have to go far. You want your pack to be as light as possible, and you'll see that when you go into a lot of these survival books, they'll tell you to pack light. You could pack with a punch. You know what I mean? You could pack something light that has a lot of protein in it, and vitamins and minerals and stuff like that. I mean, now, we got protein bars and all this stuff, and I'm not saying it's the healthiest stuff to eat, but it will keep you alive. No one's in a while like, oh man, I'm Muslim, so I'm not going to eat this pig I see right here. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather die. Nobody's going to do that. So, take survival stuff, man, little protein bars or something like that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Something to boil water in. You could boil water in a plastic bottle. I mean, it's probably not the healthiest, but it'll keep you alive in a survival situation. So they got catchment barrels for your home. You can put around the house. You get you some barrels. You can just get you some regular barrels. They don't even have to be catchment barrels. Get some regular barrels and sit them in the yard. And when it rains, the water go in them. I mean, it's not really that hard. So we just gotta try to make it easy on ourselves and just buy little by little. That's what I do, little by little. I just buy little by little. Buy a book here. Luckily, I have people donating, so that's cool. I can't say names right off top, but thanks guys for donating and everything. So when I get those donations, I just take them, and I make sure that when I get donations, I buy stuff that I need, far as like Indian stuff, stuff for survival and things like that. So whenever somebody donates, either I'm buying a book or some type of survival thing or whatever. But also, outside of that, cosmetically, we need to start looking like Indians also, and start just taking money and buying little stuff. If you don't know your tribe, I don't advise you to get headbands and stuff like that, because you don't know what you're putting on and what that means to you in particular. But maybe certain feathers or certain just little things, maybe like a little light bracelet, or even just a hat that says Indian or something. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have some type of representation. So what I do is I just buy little by little. Get me a little corn necklace. You guys could always just make that. Get some dry corn and just stick the needle through, and you can make a necklace with that. Just
Hmm.
little stuff like that. I go on Etsy and I buy little things. Little universal things. The thing though, the hard thing is when you're not with a tribe and buying stuff, because even I'm careful. I don't buy stuff that has to do with other tribes. I only buy things that have to do with my tribe, my people. Like I just got a new headband. I got a new headband, and it's actually wampum clay. I'm gonna show that real quick.
Hey, Legacy, show that herbal book again too when you show the headband.
Oh yeah, that's why I had showed it the second time, because I wanted them to see it. 1 second. Want to see it again? Yeah, herbal antivirals, Mary Jones. They have a few books on there, but you don't have to necessarily get the book that I get. You can get any book. I mean, all it is our knowledge that they stole and put it in the book. That's it. A lot of these plants and stuff, that's how they're making aspirin and things like that. But we could find those plants in a while and just squeeze whatever out of it, and they're painkillers.
Hmm.
I was just watching a video about something like that, and the guy was like, "Yeah, look at this plant right here." Boom, he pulled it out. He said it's a painkiller. You have to squeeze all the liquid out the thing or whatever, and that's it. So yeah, but yeah, so and I just got this headband, the Wappum clay. Just got that. So I just buy little pieces here and there. And actually, this was actually made by a sister from actually up north in Massachusetts. All right, but I don't have problem, funding any Indians or whatever. So I just get it, and I just go ahead and hit it with Sage. I make sure I hit it with Sage, even though I'm sure she did. She's actually a clan mother from up there. I'm pretty sure she's probably among the what's the name? Is that the what's the main name for the tribe? Those
Massachusetts,
yeah, the Mashpees and all of that. Aren't they like related to Lenapes and all that? Aren't they all related though?
I believe so.
From like Delaware all the way up there. They're like related, but they're different tribes.
Different tribes. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to make sure. I hate to put out information I don't know what I'm talking about, so that's why I always ask because I'm like, to me, it seems like they're pretty similar.
I mean, do you have the
So,
name of the? Did you go to a site to get it?
oh, to get the headband,
Yeah.
yeah, I went to Etsy. I went to
Oh, okay.
Etsy, but you
Okay.
got to be careful on Etsy because some stuff comes from other places. I
Yeah.
only buy stuff when it comes from other places if it's the only thing.
Right.
But yeah, I went on there. I got some red fox tails.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they're gonna come, and I'm just gonna sage them and everything like that, and pray over them and everything. Only because it's animal. I sage everything, but like animal and stuff, like I'll pray over it and stuff like that, and make sure whatever, because you don't know where you're getting stuff from. But
Yeah.
yeah, just see where it's coming from, because you don't want to go and buy something Indian and it's from China.
Right. Right.
Like that's just ultimate
Agree.
disrespect. But I wish I could give out more like links and stuff like that. But even though they're public, like we have some people that are related to our tribe and they sell stuff publicly. But me personally, I don't agree with that, so I wouldn't put that link out there to non-members. That's just me. It's their business or whatever. But me personally, I don't think someone who's not Saponi or Catawba should be having any of our stuff. That's just me. Unless we make something that's for the public
Gotcha.
and it's not really tribal,
Mm-hmm.
that's just me. But yeah, you could get little stuff. Let me see.
Also, I did see a new breed mentioned about solar generators. Um, Definitely a great investment if you're able to get into a solar generator. Make sure you absolutely cop yourself one of them joints. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I see. Prince said something about crates. Yeah, yeah. I already know about crates. I like the way you said it. He said he said when I was younger, the gangs used to make bees similar white, black, and blue. We called them crates. Yeah. So you were a crip. He said it in a nice way. Yeah, we called them crates. Yeah, you crip, mama. So yeah, yeah, but yeah, it's all the same stuff though, man. The gangs wearing bees. If you look at the gangs back in the day, they had the leather vest with feathers and all of that, this, that, third. Man, it's just nothing but some Indians, misguided Indians. That's
Yeah.
all it is. I actually put up a video on that, so you might want to check that out. It's a video where they're showing that or whatever. So you might want to check that out. It's like two different videos, some comparison videos where the gang initiation was the same as Indian thing. Basically, you couldn't talk amongst the chiefs unless you walked through this path. You had to make it through this rite of passage to even speak among them. So whether it's true or not, I don't know, but it was cool, so I put it up. It was a cool comparison. So I said,
And I
wow,
want
that's
to
the same
say
thing.
to all of our brothers and sisters that are former gang members and have come into this knowledge. Uh, Definitely appreciate each and every one of you for um, making your transition. Um, over and getting the knowledge and the understanding of who we really are. So I mean, much gratitude and appreciation to all of you for that.
Yeah, yeah. And also too, man, sometimes we go through things in life or whatever and we look at it another one way. Like put it this way, you could be in a gang, right? And you could be loyal to the gang, right? Have super loyalty to the gang, right?
Mm.
But it's not beneficial to anyone, right? But now you could take that same loyalty and come over to the tribe, and it can help a whole lot. So we just have to direct our energies in the right direction.
Hmm. Exactly. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, anybody have any other questions out there in the chat or any other information y'all like us to go over?
Somebody said that's David Corey said that's security, the gang members. Yeah, you're right about that. It's kind of true. I ain't gonna put everybody out there, but yeah. But yeah, pretty much.
Absolutely. So,
Most everybody.
again, we come here to, we like to get into the genealogy, but, also, again, we want to get into some now time type things that we can actually, get into and pass along any kind of information or knowledge we can to everyone out there that's listening. Um, so I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up then. If no more questions in the chat at all, then we'll go ahead and shut it down. But again, everyone, if you haven't had a, oh, hold on, see what Kyle was writing. Oh, Kiowa. I kind of went over it a little bit. I don't know if you missed it or not, but I'm still doing some digging on the bounty land. I want to see where it leads to and what, because I believe we can get those lands back. I believe it has to, go through the Department of Interior and the War Department and all that other stuff. So I think Dane touched on that a little bit before, but um, I'm gonna keep doing some digging on the bounty land things so we can, again, when I read off of um, the Free African Americans website page on that part of the revolution, it's telling you that a whole lot of people were, around near where the colonies were. So that's going back. That's going back a way. So again, y'all, um, we will, try to dig into that a little bit more. And once I get more information, I'll definitely bring it up to you guys. So we'll go ahead and leave on that note. Um, but again, I appreciate each and every one of you for coming out to the live stream, checking me out, me and Legacy. I think he dropped off. There he is. There you are, man.
I'm black.
uh, but yeah, um, for Rodimus Prince, I see that you said you're not a gun person per se. Just
Hmm.
know that there's pellet BB air guns out there that um, can do what you need them to do as well. So,
Yeah.
you don't have to have something that shoots bullets, Um,
Yeah.
but Sheba, my email is real Indians no play at gmail.com. Legacy, I'm gonna let you go.
Crossbows. I see a new set crossbow. Yeah, I was gonna say that and I forgot. I had just got a pistol crossbow, a little small one. Because I'm in the city, so I'm like, I don't need nothing too big right now. But later, once I move out to Ohio, which will be very soon, like soon as possible, I will get a nice size crossbow. But also, you can get the same, like you could get the gun one, or you can get the one where you actually have to draw back and all that kind of stuff or whatever. But yeah, I'd rather just be able to shoot. I don't want to go through the whole archery thing with that or whatever. But yeah, to me, man. Oh, Wanagi said I'm a gun person. Yeah, Wanagi, you don't seem like the type want to go through all of that, man. You just pow, sit your ass down.
You silly.
Yeah, me, if I want to do something, I want to get up and close. You know what I'm saying? I always been like that, so I never really been a gun person like that. But as far as hunting and stuff like that, I mean, it is what it is. But better to have the crossbow than a gun, cause like Anu said before, it makes noise and people can hear it. And if they're trained, they can run you down, take your food. So and
Yes, I mean, you know, both things had their place. I am a gun person as well, but you know, I understand the importance of, you know, uh, all the weapons in their place. So that's the most important thing. You know, you know, if you are out and about and you're trying to be stealthy, you know, you obviously don't want to be making a whole bunch of noise with a gun. So, you know, it is what it
mm,
is. You know, I have,
yeah, let me see.
like Anu says, I have a bow as well. So, you know, that's my choice of weapon.
Mm, yeah, says you hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Says Anu said I like bows, the skill and the types of arrows. I got some arrowheads. No matter where I hit you, you're gonna bleed out. Speaking of bleeding out, um, you can get gauzes too. I don't think they come in a lot of these kits, but they have actually have a gauze pads that help you clot if you get hurt and you're out in the wild or whatever, and you know and you're bleeding. You can take those quick clot gauzes and hold them down on your arm, and then as it warms and soaks, it will clot up the wound until you're able to get somewhere. So people might want to look at to that if you're going to be out in the woods hunting or anything like that. You can get hurt at any time, and you might need that.
My bad. And I'm definitely big on the, you know, the knives as well. So that's another um, weapon that people don't really think about a lot. And it has a lot of great other uses. So your knives, your tactical tomahawks, um, you know, an axe, whatever you want to call it. Any of that kind of stuff
Mm,
can be used, you know, in all kinds of different manners, not just for fighting purposes, but
mm-hmm.
also survival purposes when you're,
Yeah,
you know,
cutting wood.
yep, exactly.
My man said he had the Louisville Slugger. That thing hurt. I got hit with one. That little thing hurt.
It wasn't Augie.
For real, man. Man, yo, dude hit me. Look, hey, I knew I could beat dude, but dude hit me with that slugger. I said, oh, no, I'm good. You got it.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, man, you got it. I'm
Baseball bat
cool.
ain't no joke, bro. Especially
Yeah, I
with
was young too, you know. I was like 15. So, you know, I was wild and strong and everything, man. But once I felt that slugger, two things you don't want to feel is well, we know it's a lot more things you don't want to feel, but them sluggers hurt and what else? Oh, stun guns or tasers.
mhm,
Boy. Woo! It ain't so much they hurt. It knock all the warrior out of you.
mhm.
I got stunned one time and I was just like, my first instinct was like I was mad, and then I thought about it like, wait, I don't want to feel that again. You know what? You got it.
Hold on, I want to show y'all something real quick while I'm thinking
You're
about it.
right, and I'm wrong.
Give me a quick second. I want to show a video real quick.
Okay. Make sure it's the right video, man. We're not trying to see that side of you.
uh, yeah, it's gonna be the right video. I promise. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, well, they said we was out here with thongs, so
Oh Lord, not me.
they said our ancestors
Y'all don't want to
was
see that,
out here in thongs, man, stirring up mud.
right? All right, I'm gonna show y'all. Uh, give me a second here.
31 overall. Yeah, David Corey, he was a little person too, man. Sad.
All right, can you see the screen, Legacy? You
Hold
see the
on.
screen share?
Yeah,
Okay, so
UF Pro. Oh,
this is a video on. So, you know, if you do use knives or whatnot, The one thing that you do need to know that if you are, in combat with somebody with a knife, you are going to get cut. So you need to be prepared for that. Even if you're, whatever the fighting, however it ends up, the other person has a knife, you have a knife. It's going to show here on the video if y'all see this. So I'm not playing the sound and fair use on this. So it's for educational purposes. They're going to show, how when you are defending against somebody with a knife, you're going to get cut. So, I mean, it's going to happen. So you just need to be prepared for that. That if you do have to fight with whatever kind of close combat, um, you know, anybody that's had any of this kind of training knows that, you know, a little bit of injury is going to happen. So when someone comes at you with a knife, they're going to be swinging it and all kinds of stuff. So, your forearms, your hands, all that stuff's going to get cut. You just need to make sure that, whatever it takes, you're stopping it from happening. So I just
Yeah.
want people to be, have realistic aspects on when you're fighting, you know, what it involves. So
Yeah, knife ain't no joke, man. Don't want to get
you're
yeah, I
gonna
would
get
say
cut.
the yeah, I would say man, even right now with us not really being in a lot of stuff overall,
Hmm.
now is the time to do all of these things, man.
Right.
If you got the money to go self defense or whatever, and then you have books. Again, books. I got books over here too. Self defense and stuff like that, man. Actually, you have like U.S. Marine Close Combat Fighting Handbook
Hmm.
by the United States Marine Corps. I got that, and then I have also the 36 Deadly Bubishi Points. So basically, pressure point, the science and technique of pressure point fighting. You know what I'm saying? So you could get like stuff like that. It's books by the Army. They got it out there. You can get it. Anybody can get it. And it shows you different things, and you can just practice, man. Get you a little dummy or something, or whether it's human or rubber. Find you a dummy and go ahead and learn those things.
I want to show
But
you one more. Let me show them one more.
I think the main thing is being reactive. You know.
Exactly. So, there's a lot of militaries where they teach this kind of stuff. Me being in the Marine Corps prior service, I learned, but it's one of those deals where this isn't something we keep up with a lot. So,
Mm,
if you are getting into, a fight with somebody with a knife, I mean, these guys, they coming with it. So you see they're showing it in slow motion. They're blocking and blocking, and the knife swings are coming, and they're just blocking and blocking. And then one of them will, they'll back up off each other, but you can see how fast it is. See, this is it in real time. So
hmm
I mean, you got people that can fight with knives like this. So I mean, you see that.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah.
So
So I
that's major arteries. He
see
done.
that he's slicing it. He's cut this dude 4 or 5 times in his neck, his throat, and you
Quick.
see how they're blocking. You see it. So I
Hmm
mean, there's militaries, there's people that fight like this in real time. So
hmm
just because you haven't, if you got a knife, practice with it. On a dummy or a piece of wood, whatever. Just I'm
hmm
just saying, if you have weapons, train with them and learn how to use them. I guess is my point.
Yeah, and I would say don't use a knife. I would say use something else in your hand and make sure you got the proper grip on it. Me, I wouldn't hold a knife like the way they holding a knife. I like more overhand like that. Ah, you got it right there.
Oh yeah, some
Overhand.
people use it like that. That's right.
Yeah, overhand because overhand you could come in all
You can do a
directions with
lot
it.
of yeah, you can do a
You could
lot
do
of
a lot.
stabbing,
Yeah,
slashing, all
yeah,
that.
like that. Yeah, like that. And then it's really like yeah, you just got more because when you hold it the other way, it's like you can only do but so much. So I'd rather go overhand. But I think the thing try to remember try to get on the outside of it. Um, I think most people try to stay like on, I guess, on the inside of it or whatever. Me, I
Hmm.
would try if somebody swing with their right hand, I'm gonna try to get on the outside of that right hand if I can to be able to get a hold on his arm if I can. So number one thing, don't run. Don't do that because
Absolutely.
you have to turn your back. Never do that.
And to our ladies in the chat, all this information is for you as well. So
Hmm.
we want everybody to be able to defend themselves. And again, we shouldn't be scared to show um, survival type things and weaponry and all that, because you know we can use it just like any other person. So just keep that in mind, y'all. So I wanted to show that even if you are somebody who is you're gonna have to be able to defend yourself. It may come to that. So again, this is all about being prepared.
Yeah, I see. Robbie Lawson said she got two double-edged blades. She doesn't know how to use them. But like I said, start with something dull, maybe a dull knife, or just get a stick or something, a hard, thick stick that you can use to kind of like mess around with a
Exactly.
little bit and kind of get your stuff together with that or whatever. But yeah, get a dummy though. Get a dummy. If
I
you're gonna get on
mean,
that, get a dummy.
yeah, I mean, just learning basic swings, basic, thrust, whatever, with,
Yeah.
with the weapons that you have. We got to, if you do have things, you definitely got to train with them.
Yeah. Well, the
You
reason
definitely
why I
got to
say
train.
watch out, be careful with the knives though, because especially if you get like a knife and like a survival kit or something like that, they are extremely sharp. I have a knife and I went to go use it to like open a box and I saw how sharp it was and I was like, oh no, no, no. Put that
Right.
back. We're gonna keep that for survival use only. Um, so you want to be careful with stuff like that. She
And
said they're long as swords.
what's dope is we got a lot of people in the chat that know how to use weapons, and I'm gonna tell you guys honestly, we need those videos. We
Mm.
need them. So
Anu
again,
just said, go ahead. Sorry about that.
go ahead. No, you're good.
Anu just said something I was thinking. He said that women are more lethal than a lot of men when it comes to weapons. I was taught Krav Maga by a woman who was 5'10" and lethal. Her size and speed made her devastating. That's true because you can't reach her. She's fast as hell and she knows what she's doing. So the women need some mace to spray in the eyes first. You can get it at Academy or any outdoor sporting goods store. Yeah, you can get stuff like that at sporting goods store. But like Anu said, man, some of these men need some mace for
I mean,
real.
I guess.
Trust me. Yeah, start doing some genealogy. Be surprised, man.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
women, for real, the women don't give me problems. Women
yeah,
don't really give me problems. Yeah, it's true.
yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
we gotta get our warrior back, man. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get the warrior back.
Absolutely, and again, it's cool. It's cool to collect, weapons and different things like that. But again, you got to train with the weapons that you have and learn how to use them. And then again, anybody that can show basic self defense, let's
Hmm.
get them videos up.
Yeah.
Let's these are real time things that we can do now. So I mean, you know, let's get the videos going, y'all. Everybody
Now
out there.
I've never been trained in any fighting or anything like that, but it's
Hmm.
just an instinct within you to defend a lot of times. And if
Hmm.
you're scared enough in a corner, you will react. So, unless you're a person that flees, um, who knows what you could do to someone. I've been in situations where I didn't even know, like someone tried to attack me and man, I broke their jaw. I didn't even know it. Like I blacked out and just, I just reacted. So a lot of times we'll just react on stuff and connect. So for a lot of us, but some people I'm pretty sure are just automatically fleeing, you probably want some extensive training and stuff like that. But my number one thing I would say, man, defense, like physical, someone trying to attack you or whatever, unless they're trained, man, I just go for the throat, man. Party over. You can't breathe, you can't fight. So yeah, chop 'em right in the throat. That's it. See you later.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. All right, y'all. So let's see. We've been going for I don't know how many hours, but I guess we'll go ahead and shut it down now. Legacy, if you would like to give your final words, sir.
Uh, Final words. I don't know, man. Just keep it real. That's what I say. Keep it real, man. Be real with yourself. Understand that this is all now. This is all now. We're living like this now. You know what I'm saying? We're safe now. We have food now, but now is not forever. So keep it real with yourself. Even with the genealogy, keep it realistic. A lot of people hit me up and they telling me they tried, but they need me to do the genealogy. You know what I'm saying? We gotta just be real and be patient and just try to be a better person every day. Just try to do better and better and better and better and better. Even me, I'm getting better, but I'm still, judgmental, self-centered, different things like that. But I keep it real with myself, and so I'm getting a little better. And that's the key to everything. To everything. You could try to learn this or learn that. Or you could say, "Oh, I'm interested in this, and I want to learn this, and I want to learn that." But until you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you're not gonna do anything. So you got to keep it real with yourself. Realize your shortcomings. Work on yourself spiritually, physically, and yeah, and then just go from there. A lot of this stuff starts within. Something inside of you said, "Hey, I got to figure out who I am," and it led you here. So, start within. Start working on yourselves. Not just, oh, I'm Indian, this, that, third, because there's a lot of people saying they this and saying they that, but they ain't acting like it. They not moving like it. So, a lot of people they wanna put on, headdresses and they chiefs and they this or whatever and or genealogy don't mean, you don't need that and we know we the aboriginals and just creating all kind of stuff in their minds because they out of their mind. So you got to start from within. You got to see what your issues are, and then work from there, and then you can go and do a lot of other things. So that's my thing because I'm not just into oh we Indian and here's the information and here's this and here's that. No, we need to try to influence people to be better. And again, y'all can hit me up. I'm trying to get off of this Love Legacy 400 at Gmail, and I got a new one 500 at Gmail. So I'd rather people hit me on that one because there's nothing else in that email. The email is brand new. So now I will have a strict genealogy email, and it'll be Love Legacy 500, like 500 nations. Love Legacy 500 at Gmail, and you can hit me on my Instagram too, Love Legacy 500. Follow me on there, and you can hit up my channel. All right. And far as like this month with the genealogy, I'm not really doing much more. I might take one or two people or something like that, but I'm not taking much. I do have quite a bit that I have to get through. So it's definitely gonna pour into the next month. Just because I've been a little lazy, man. I'm keeping it real. I didn't start doing genealogy to work 40 hours, 50 hours a week. So I do a little bit here, a little bit there, but it works out in the end. It cannot be rushed. Genealogy cannot be rushed. I might look at something today and not have a clear mind, and I might wait a week. It might be a few months, and I might come back and look and say, "Oh, it's right there. There we go. This should try. Boom." Sometimes it's like that, man. I mean, we human. We get drained mentally, etc. So, well, like I said, you can hit me up and just keep it simple. Just keep it as simple as possible when you drop your message. Just let me know what you need. okay, and have an ancestry.com account. Just send me the login information, and then I'll tell you how you can make a payment or whatever. I accept partial payments, and a few people I took for free too. So I'm still taking some people for free. So yeah, just hit me up. I love y'all. Appreciate you, Opie. Appreciate the chat. Y'all been real loyal and faithful to the channel, man. And yeah, and donate to Opie, man. He got the Cash App. Drop him some money, man. He's real humble, and stuff like that. So he doesn't really want to like go in on money, man. But it is a lot of our time that we take to help the people. So we should be trying to look out for one another if we can. $5 is not gonna kill anybody. All right, peace.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for coming on and doing this with me once again. Um, Before I close out, I want to just say what's up to the chat because we got some more people come in. Miss Robbie Lawson, peace. If I didn't say peace to you earlier. Um, Stephen Redclay, Highway brother, thank you for coming in. Appreciate you as always. Um, Wanagi, and Waste, brother. Always a pleasure to have you here as well. Um, Jay Newly Natural, peace, sis. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Let's see who else I missed. Akeem Allen, what's good, my brother? Thank you for being here. Let's see who else we got. Trauma Hawk, Oseo Wangapo, brother. Long time, haven't seen you in a while. Peace, glad you're here. Benet Miller, peace. Appreciate you being here. Again, everybody, if I missed your name, I apologize. If you guys haven't subscribed to each other, please go do so. That's very important because again, a lot of us have a lot of different skill sets that are important, and we can all learn from each other. And just like Legacy was saying, um, we just got to keep moving forward. Um, we got to keep, you know, being safe, doing what we need to do out here. Again, with the genealogy, me and him both know it's tough. It's hard to do. It's painstaking. It's long. It's energy draining. All that. Just be patient with it. Just keep digging. Use all the resources that you see that we present here, that others present, and just keep going back as far as you can. Um, I'm extremely proud of all of you who have taken the time to uh, do your genealogy because again, some people don't think it's important, and I disagree. Um, Knowing who you are, your family, just knowing that your people were always here or here for a very long time, it changes your mindset. Whether people think so or not. Um, I can look back in records and say, I know who my sixth, seventh, eighth time, grandparents are. And that's important information to me because it lets me know, again, I keep saying this in a lot of chats. I haven't found any Africans in my genealogy. We never have a problem with Africans. If you do find it, you find it. It's nothing to be ashamed of. But I just know, from my searching and the family members and ancestors that I found, we were always here. So again, with the genealogy, just keep digging, keep pushing through it. You're gonna get there, and you do find a lot of gems. So we're starting to come up on a lot of different things that can help us out. Um, again, the bounty land thing with the Revolutionary War veterans, that's important. So, again, I'm going to do some digging on that, see where it leads to. Um, but as always, I love each and every single one of y'all. I appreciate y'all supporting us. Again, we got some brothers that will be coming out with some basic survival type things that are coming. So definitely stay tuned to everybody in the chat for that. And one love to you all. And I may do some more lives this week because I took some time off for this week. So maybe I can get some of these other brothers up on here and we can chat about some other things. All right, y'all. Peace.